Let's see how we can create a bridge procedurally. So let's start with a plane, cut half of it, create a mirror modifier, start creating a road section. Now let's create a pavement and add an array modifier. Make sure you work in the x-axis because curves work the best in x direction. So once we have an array modifier, add a curve modifier, select the curve, and then the bridge follows the curve. Now we can work with one curve in both the horizontal and the vertical plane, or we can work with a second curve, which is my preferred method, which allows us to control the slope more precisely. Let's say we want to work with a slope that's 1 to 8 or 1 to 10. Having a second slope curve allows us to define that. So we have one curve that defines the height, and then we have a second curve that defines the deformation in the x-axis or the y-axis. So now the basic bridge is set up, and we can continue to refine both the curves and also the bridge section. For example, adding a pavement or sidewalk, then a vertical rail, then creating the bottom plate of the bridge. And we're working only within our section, because that section then gets mirrored on the other side and gets arrayed. Make sure we have smooth defined as well in terms of shading. And we can continue to refine the model as much as we want to. So next I'm going to add a vertical support. So to make sure that they're actually vertical, we'll use vertex groups with this element. We'll create a simple vertex group with the bottom face of the column, add an empty. Use a modifier on the bridge with the empty called hook, and then we'll use the vertex group called column bottoms. And lastly, we can add a context, a very simple one in this case. And we can continue to refine either the curves or the bridge. And what I've also done is parent the curves and the empty to the bridge. So in case we want to move the bridge, all the defining elements move with it. So we can work with the cross sections. They can be long or short. In this case, I extended the cross section to have less vertical columns, and then added loop cuts to make sure that the transitions are still smooth. So now let's add some simple materials. Add some people to the sidewalks. Adjust the geometry a little bit, and add a material to the road. Thank you for watching.